I also had Junkie Dineva on the agenda. I don't know if I want to talk about him. My energy, oh, it kind of okay. I'll talk about him a little bit, but I add him to the next agenda because I really want to deep dive into a lot of the stuff that he said about Tiffany Richardson. I don't know if y'all have seen it or not. Junkie Dineva went on his platform and basically dragged America's Next Top Model contestant Tiffany Richardson after she came for him on her social media, and she only came for him on her social media after he shared a story about their past in high school. Now, the crazy thing is, Junkie Dineva is the same person who tells his fans and followers that me talking about, him being evicted, it's been 8 years, it's been too long, but he can sit on his platform and talk about something that happened nearly 20 or 30 years ago, okay, with Tiffany. Now he went to his platform and basically said that she had gotten to a fight or something, and he was laughing about it, said somebody had a hammer, and I don't know the actual specifics, but he claimed he was there and her grandmama had to come and drag her into the car. Well, apparently that triggered Tiffany, and Tiffany went on her page and said, "You spending your last days on earth dragging me, aren't you fighting cancer?" And so then that triggered him, and he went to his platform and then started dragging her and her deceased son. Now, it's crazy because Tiffany's son actually passed away from a robbery attempt on a GameStop, where the actual manager of the GameStop claimed to have fired a warning shot into the air and end up shooting Tiffany's son in the back and head, and unaliving him. Okay. And so I don't know if the actual clerk or manager ever served time or not, but it was an very unfortunate situation because the son was apparently at the GameStop trying to steal some Pokemon cards. It's just really crazy. So Junkie used that against her in his read, which was really a lengthy read, to say the least. He talked about her being ugly, stank, smelly, being on drugs back in the day. He talked about all of the things that all of the people who watched America's Next Top Model were dragging Tyra for. Because if you recall, remember, her and Tyra were arguing, and Tyra had said something about, I ought to send you home to sleep on your dirty mattress with your son or something. So there's a lot that goes along with this that I really want to deep dive into, but that's the short version of it. But earlier I almost shed a tear when I was talking about Kenya and how she targets black women, and in particular me, for doing literally my job. And so, like with Junkie Dineva, it's the same thing. It's almost like, because y'all don't like a person, or because y'all don't find a person physically attractive, or because of whatever reason, y'all feel like it's okay for people to go to the pits of hell and drag them and drag their deceased children, or talk about their bodies, or talk about their skin, and do all of these things, and it's okay, and people sit around and laugh and joke about it and say, "Oh, well, she did this, so he did that." But he has a pattern of doing this to black women, and he does it often. Okay, he did it to Tamar. He did it to me. He did it to Tasha K when he said he wanted to slap her. He did it, like, he does it to so many women. Hell, I think he did it to Lil Kim. He was talking about Lil Kim's body the other day. Like, it's like, why is it that black women can be open to so much scrutiny from this butt ugly ass gay man crackhead? Okay, but as soon as someone says something about him, oh, they're homophobic. Oh, please, touch him with kid gloves. He has cancer. Oh, he might be pooping on himself and peeing on himself because he can't control his bowels or his piss. But oh, you should have some empathy for him because he has cancer. He don't have no empathy for nobody else. None at all. So yeah, yeah, the black women defending it is crazy. It's crazy, and it kind of bothers me because I see it, and it hurts my heart a little bit, because it's like, black women know, like, us as a collective you know personally how it is that people look at you a certain way and people treat you a certain way based off of the shade of your skin, based off if you know you wearing braids or not, based off if your edges are nappy or not. Like there are certain things that us as black women go through that if you are not a black woman, you would never know it. So for people who often say, "Oh, it doesn't matter that black men are talking about your wigs," or "Oh, it doesn't matter that you know they're talking about your body," or this, that, and the third. Like at the end of the day, we don't even have control over that. Like whatever it is, it's like your butt's too big, your titties this, your skin's too dark, you know your vagina smells. Like it's all of these things that they pile on the black women, and like we're just supposed to grin and bear it. I don't understand. And he uses his entire platform to do it. Now, you know, y'all say he's smart, he's intelligent, he's this or he that. But that man sat over there for 30, 45 minutes talking about that girl, talking about her being poor, talking about her lifestyle, talking about he's rich and she's not, talking about, and they both grew up in the same place. He's poor too. He's still poor in spirit. It doesn't matter how much money he got, he still spend the bulk of it on cocaine, snorting it up his nose. Like he doesn't own anything, don't even own a house. So, and don't ask me how I know. I've told y'all a gazillion times. I'm very, very, very locked in real estate in Atlanta, and he doesn't own any. Okay, and so you know they both went too low. I don't think they both went too low. I don't think they both went too low. I feel like he started it. It's his, you know, he has a platform. He's a blogger. Same thing with Kenya. Like I don't mind that Kenya does what she does. Like I'm gonna call it out. But at the end of the day, I'm blogging about her. She right. I don't know her. She's right. I do, you know, blog about housewives or whatever. She's right. She never asked me to blog about her. Okay. She didn't start talking about me first. I started talking about her first. It's the same thing with him and Tiffany Richardson. Tiffany didn't start talking about him first. He started talking about her first. And the one thing that a lot of people are missing, Junkie Dineva had a blog back in the day. He blogged about her back then, right after she got eliminated from the show. He put her naked pictures on his blog. So there is a history there. And it didn't start with Tiffany. Okay. So all the stuff that he's bringing up, the hurt that he's bringing up from high school, from 20, 30 years ago, Negro, you was 45. Like, what did you talk about something that happened when you was 15? Like, it's weird. And again, y'all say I can't talk about something that happened 8, 9 years ago. I can't talk about him destroying my rental property that I pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for. I can't talk about him shitting and pissing, leaving dog shit all over my house and stealing my washer and dryer and running out on 3 months rent. I can't talk about that. But this junkie crackhead can sit there and drag a black woman for something that happened 30 years ago in high school? Let me mind my black business. Anybody want to call in, let me know. Again, I didn't even want to pull up his commentary because it was dark, dirty, nasty. It 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 really felt, again, a lot of what he says feels dark, dirty, and nasty. It's the energy behind it, it's the intent behind it. Like his entire intent when reading these women, when reading the Tamars, when reading the Tiffanys, is to humiliate them and also to send his entire platform over to humiliate them as well. So I'm never on board with that. I'm never on board with anybody weaponizing their platform to drag women. But yet women still go over there, women still championing him, women still pay him for, you know, just to be in front of him. It's weird. It is weird. But you know, I can't save everybody, but I can use my voice to uplift and, you know, let y'all know how I feel about it. Okay. What do y'all think in this chat? I know it's late and I understand I've been running my mouth for a minute. But if anybody wants to hit the link, you can. If not, I will call it a day. It's 146 in the ATL. I've been talking since 11. Yeah, I've been talking since 11 o'clock. You said, "I'm shocked. I didn't know Tiffany's son passed away." I'm still stuck on that. Yes, her son, who was an adult at the time, I think he was like 21, 2021. He was involved in a situation at GameStop where he was grabbing Pokemon cards from over the counter, allegedly, and this is news, you could pull it up. And when he did it, he ran out the store, and the manager, who was a retired military person, was armed, and he shot the kid. He shot him. I mean, he's a kid, he was in his 20s, but he shot him. Okay. He didn't have to. He claimed he was firing a warning shot. And the manager actually got arrested for manslaughter. I'm not sure what happened, the disposition of the case. It all happened in, I think it was 2022. So, I mean, him using that against her in this battle of words that he started is wrong. And anybody, any woman, any person with a heart would agree with me. I just don't understand. And it's the same thing I was saying, like with the Kenya situation. Like, you got these, again, here, homophobia alert, ding 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 ding, homophobia alert. You got these gay men sitting in the background calling me a bulldog, talking about fish, calling me Gary Coleman, doing all the things, and then Kenya is piling on and agreeing with it. So it's the same thing with Junkie Dineva. He's one of those people who would be in the background doing those kind of things that the same gays that was over there with Kenya were doing. Messy gays. Not all gays are messy, but there are some. Okay, and the gays in the chat would agree with me. Okay,